When you go to the polls on November 5th or in early voting, you have the chance to vote not just for the president. About half of Greenville County voters will also cast a ballot for their county council member. County council makes important decisions about land use, roads, taxes, appointments to boards and commissions, and much more. I'm Katie Smith with Greater Good Greenville, and on this episode of Simple Civics, Greenville County, we feature interviews with your candidates for County Council District 24, Constitution Party candidate John Langville and Republican candidate Liz Seman. District 24 generally represents the neighborhoods of Augusta Street, Gower, Hollingsworth, Haywood Road, and the Mauldin area. Here's how the interviews worked. All candidates received the same questions at the time of their invitation to join us, and they were given 10 minutes for their interview. Candidates were allowed to bring along a companion, such as a campaign manager, family member, or friend, and to record our session themselves. There were no edits made to the interview. We've put links to the participating candidates' preferred internet presence on the episode page. First up is John Langville. I'm pleased to be joined by John Langville, who is a candidate for Greenville County Council District 24. John, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Katie.
Great. Tell us about yourself and why you're running for office.
Well, I moved to South Carolina in 99, and I really loved how living here was slower, simpler, calmer, more relaxed. I have education history of computer programming. I'm currently a certified automotive technician. I'm employed in Powdersville right now, not in Greenville County. My wife and I have been married for 38 years. We are currently members of Woodruff Road Presbyterian Church. We're active members, and I've served in a number of capacities at different churches, but youth group leader. I've also deacon's assistant. Now, I was previously the Greenville County Constitution Party chairman. There we go. When I was doing that, I also ran a Constitution study for other people who wanted to come in and learn about the Constitution. There's a lot of things that are no longer taught. There are things that are just misunderstood. So I helped to try to clear that up for them. I really want to strive for a place for Greenville to be able to live, worship, have fun in it.
What do you believe are the biggest issues facing constituents, and what would you do about them if elected to county council?
Currently, I believe the biggest issue is Greenville County Council itself. I found that they've had backdoor meetings, they've passed taxes, and currently they passed a 2-year budget where it is actually a 17% plus increase over taxes. Greenville County has had no taxes increased in the last 30 years. So what has happened in probably the last 4 years for them to actually want to do this? I don't think it's transparent enough as to what happened, why they need so much more money. Then to tack on at the end of the year and a referendum on an additional 16%, I find something's missing.
What would you do in the first 30 days after being sworn in?
In the first 30 days, I want to call for an independent audit on Greenville County. As I mentioned, they're asking for a lot of money, and I want to know, what did they do with the money they had? Did they overspend? Did they misappropriate into different departments? You have a county commissioner that is allowed to move money around into different accounts. He is supposed to come back to county council to get permission to do so. Well, I have found that the county council has already given him permission to move money anywhere he wanted. Well, that means effectively you've lost your budget. What they wanted to plan money for may or may not get to where it's going.
Thank you. We have a little bit more time left. Is there anything else you'd like to share with listeners?
Remember, vote. We work for you. And always remember to ask questions. You don't understand something, ask more questions. We are your servants. You need things done in your county. You need to tell us what you need done in your county.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thanks so much for your willingness to serve our community.
It was a pleasure, Katie. Hope to speak with you again.
Next up is Liz Seman. I'm pleased to be joined by Liz Seman, who is running for re-election for County Council District 24. Liz, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Katie.
Well, tell me about yourself and why you're running for re-election.
Will do. I'm a native of Chicago, Illinois, but I've lived in Greenville since 1999. My career has included leadership roles with the American Red Cross, Hands on Greenville, and Meals on Wheels. I came to Furman University in 2013 as the Executive Director of Corporate Engagement, and I currently serve as Chief of Staff and Liaison to the Board of Trustees. My commitment to service extends beyond my professional career. I've served as chair of the Community Foundation of Greenville, and I'm a member of the executive committee of both the Upstate South Carolina Alliance and Visit Greenville SC, where I currently hold the positions of chair and treasurer, respectively. I also serve on the boards of the Hispanic Alliance and the Greenville Area Economic Development Corporation. My leadership roles in these organizations and others demonstrate my ability to lead and make a positive impact. My civic journey began in 2008 when I was elected to represent District 24 on County Council. I currently serve as vice chair of the council, chair of the Roads, Infrastructure, and Public Works Committee, and vice chair of the Finance Committee. My experience and current roles in these key positions equip me to navigate the challenges facing our community. I've received my Bachelor of Science in Business degree from Miami of Ohio, and I've been married to my husband Steve for almost 30 years. Our son Walker lives in Atlanta with his wife Allison and our grandkitty Hank. One fun fact that people might not know about me is that I'm an amateur competitive ballroom dancer. I first ran in 2008 and continue to run because I believe Greenville needs enthusiastic, engaged, and principled leaders focused on our entire county's future. Leaders willing to study the issues and make informed decisions. Leaders who strive for excellence and who put efficiency and effectiveness at the forefront of every decision. Leaders who are willing to listen and collaborate with others. Leaders who embrace change and have a vision for the future. I'm running because I have a passion for our home, a call to civic responsibility, and a restlessness that comes with a knowledge that to whom much is given, much is expected. With a blend of professional and community leadership experiences, I bring a robust skill set and a deep understanding of the needs of Greenville County. My tenure as vice chair of county council and leadership roles within various committees demonstrate my commitment to effective governance and strategic decision-making. Moreover, my involvement in organizations such as the International Transportation and Innovation Center and the Upstate Alliance underscores my dedication to driving economic development and fostering innovation within our region. Additionally, my strategic planning, communication, critical thinking, and fiscal management background equip me with the necessary tools to address the complex issues facing our county. Furthermore, my community leadership roles, including chair of the Community Foundation and involvement with organizations like the Junior League of Greenville and Visit Greenville SC, reflect my deep-rooted commitment to serving the needs of our county.
Thank you. What do you believe are the biggest issues facing your constituents, and what will you do about them if reelected?
Our county's most pressing issues include public safety, infrastructure, transportation, economic development, and affordable housing. I've consistently supported providing the necessary resources to our Sheriff's Office and EMS, including equipment, training, and personnel funding. I supported the comprehensive plan, which calls for reducing sprawl and conserving green space. I've advocated for addressing our road challenges and have supported increased investment in Greenlink. I've collaborated with organizations like GADC to attract new companies and investment in our area, and I've supported public-private initiatives to increase workforce housing options throughout the county. That being said, there's still more work to be done. To tackle the scarcity of workforce housing, County Council must implement a comprehensive strategy encompassing increased investment, collaborative partnership, regulatory reforms, and strategic development planning. cultivating and nurturing alliances with stakeholders such as the Greenville Housing Fund, the Greenville Homeless Alliance, and the Home Builders Association, the Greater Greenville Association of Realtors, Upstate Forever, and the Greenville Chamber will provide a deeper understanding of the nuances of affordable housing crisis, leading to innovative public-private solutions that capitalize on each partner's strengths. Following the county's comprehensive plan and land development regulations allows for the implementation of diverse housing options and removing regulatory barriers hindering affordable housing development. By embracing these and other measures, we can significantly advance efforts in affordable housing. As people may know, Greenville County spends far less than any comparable county in South Carolina for road maintenance and improvements. The best way to fund those projects is through a penny sales tax. A sales tax generates revenue continuously, ensuring a stable funding source for ongoing infrastructure needs. This stability is crucial for long-term planning and investment in road maintenance and improvement projects. Unlike property taxes or vehicle registration fees, a sales tax captures revenue from purchases made by residents, commuters, tourists, and businesses, ensuring that everyone who benefits from the use of local roads contributes to their upkeep and enhancement. A penny sales tax allows for the allocation of funds to priority road projects based on community needs and infrastructure assessments to achieve the most significant impact on road safety, efficiency, and connectivity. Allowing citizens to vote on a sales tax through a referendum promotes transparency and accountability and ensures that infrastructure investments reflect the community's desires. Finally, considering public transportation, public works, and infrastructure spending, we must acknowledge that infrastructure presents a complex and pressing challenge that demands a proactive and comprehensive approach, including strategic planning, strong partnerships, and sufficient resources. The county's comprehensive plan serves as a blueprint for addressing critical issues such as improving street connectivity, curbing sprawl, and alleviating the strain on our infrastructure. Through the budgeting process, continued support for things such as Greenlink and the Swamp Rabbit Trail will enhance mobility options for residents while reducing congestion and environmental impact. Additionally, close collaboration with utility providers such as Duke Energy, Piedmont Natural Gas, REWA, and Metro Connects is imperative to ensure that our infrastructure can accommodate the anticipated business and population growth.
Thank you. What would you do in the first 30 days after being sworn in?
Katie, I will continue focusing on strategic economic development, enhanced public safety, and critical infrastructure, and advocating for affordable housing, green space, and transportation. County Council, in partnership with various economic development organizations, plays a critical role in fostering economic growth for our area. I will work diligently to streamline regulations and encourage investment in vital infrastructure, including roads and utilities. I will support pro-business policies and initiatives and continue supporting economic incentives for targeted industries. In addition, we must bolster our entrepreneurial efforts to help startups and small businesses grow and succeed. Finally, we must ensure that we have robust workforce development programs that can train the next generation of skilled and in-demand employees. To sustain and enhance the quality of life while facing ongoing economic and residential growth, we must establish a dedicated funding source to improve our existing infrastructure. In addition, we should continue seeking innovative partnerships and policies that will address our affordable housing crisis head-on. Transportation is a multifaceted challenge that must be addressed through planning, partnerships, and resources. I have and will continue to support funding through Greenlink through the county's budget as we work collectively to implement Greenlink's transit development plan. I support the work of groups such as the Upstate Mobility Alliance, which is working to build relationships among stakeholders who understand the critical relationship between transportation and quality of life. As a member of the Greenville-Pickens Area Transportation Study Policy Committee, I can work with my state and municipal colleagues to address transportation challenges through the Transportation Improvement Program. Finally, as a public official, I believe I am held to a higher standard of conduct, and I am committed to leading with humility and integrity. I will continue to seek common ground with all of my colleagues, and I will model the ability to disagree without being disagreeable in hopes that we can regain the trust and confidence of our citizens.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Liz, and thank you so much for your willingness to continue to serve.
Thanks for having me, Katie.
Simple Civics Greenville County is a project of Greater Good Greenville. Greater Good Greenville was catalyzed by the merger of the Nonprofit Alliance and the Greenville Partnership for Philanthropy. You can learn more on our website at greatergoodgreenville.org.